What is up, boys and girls? We made it through opening day. We got a double martini, and Smitty and I were just talking about the show beforehand. Just what we like today, some of those upsides. How you feeling, dude?
I feel good. I think there's a pretty good slate. I know some of these second pitchers they're not really as good as we're normally used to just because some of the injuries we've had this year.
Yeah, for sure. It's been wild, actually. It's I'm kind of shocked on how it's been. So um, it's interesting. It was pretty cool to watch. One of our members who uses all their data uh, cashing for 40K last night. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was fun. Always nice to see the first day. And we're gonna go let's just kick it right into the slate. Um, let's talk about we both would love to throw Logan Allen tonight. Keep an eye on the weather. It's looking like that's not going to go. I would be shocked if it did, but it would sure be nice to have him versus that terrible A's lineup. Man, those guys looked bad
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah, I checked for an update earlier. I didn't see where Roth or anything had reported an update. Just they say it's going to be pretty bad tomorrow too. So either way, it's going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, I think tomorrow. I mean, Santa Anita, the racetrack down in LA, already canceled the races for the whole weekend. So really, be watching the weather tomorrow, guys. If you're playing, it's a big problem tomorrow. You're gonna really. I'm just gonna avoid those games, unfortunately, and it's the West Coasters, so we like those, but that just it is what it is. So there's not much we can do there, and um, we'll go that way. All right. Well, the early games coming off the board. We got the Jays and the Rays. We got the Pirates and the Marlins. Starting off. What do you like there?
The Jays and the Rays, I bet the over in that game. Bassett, you never know what you're going to get with Bassett, but against the Rays, I don't really trust him. So I kind of like both offenses in that game. I like picking on both pitchers, and those are the main aspects.
Yeah, it's the Rays are like tied for one of my favorite like big stacks today. Right? You can give me pretty much everybody short of Rodderbert, right? Like
Yep.
there's other catchers I'll go play, but Yandy, Lowe, Randy, Isaac, heck, a $3,100 Richie today, 3,100
Yeah.
bucks, right? Like that starts, opening the doors for some other big bats. And then I'm a big Jose Caballero fan.
Me too.
Um, right? Like I like that kid. He's going to swipe bags. And then you'll see a little bit later. I really like Jose Siri today. So I think he's in a good spot. And we'll talk about him in a bit. We were just having a combo in the Discord about Martin Perez. So what do you think of Mr.
Uh,
Perez tonight?
I personally don't really want to play him. I'd be good with the Marlin stack. I know you like Berger. I like him, and I like I think it was Jesus Sanchez I was looking at. I was about to pull it back up.
Okay. Yeah. Sanchez not playing tonight.
Or
So,
not Sanchez. It was Brian De La Cruz.
oh yeah, Brian De La Cruz. He's got it looks nice. I like a little Josh Bell too.
Yeah.
I don't mind Josh Bell. It's a decent little pivot there. And I just like Jazz this season, but I really like Berger today. Give me Miami for the small side of stacks. And same, I don't mind a one or two off with them. Um, on the Pirates side, um, if I get why AJ's ownership's going up, but man, it keeps going higher. Like they're gonna make me play some of these Pirates on principle. And I will say the one guy I really like at his price is Henry Davis. Right? You'll
Yeah.
hear me talking about him all year. Henry Davis won't be $3,100 moving forward. You saw him crush the ball in spring. What do you think about Davis tonight?
I like Henry Davis. I've liked him too. I didn't like how they have Cruz down so low in the order, but I
Yeah.
mean, makes sense with his K rate. But I don't mind the top of that order really. If you give me Connor Joe, Reynolds, Hayes, and then Henry Davis, kind of make you a little stack, and they're pretty cheap too, aside from Reynolds.
Yep. Yeah, and it's I mean, even Kutch is only $4,100 tonight.
Yeah.
So so we leave there and we start getting to the fireworks, right? We get to the games everybody wants to go to, right? The next game, we're gonna get the Yankees and Astros. This is this is an interesting spot for me, right? Like, do we get vintage Javier and Carlos throwing dimes each, or do they both just get obliterated by both teams?
Yeah.
I think it's a coin flip. What do you think?
I think it's a coin flip too. And the one thing I will point out is Rodon's not getting any ownership, and I don't hate him. I mean, just hoping if you're playing large field, I don't hate taking shots on him just because he has some upside. As far as bats, I prefer the Yankees bats. The Astros, I don't really I'm not really going there as much as they're owned today.
Yeah. So right now, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share this here. Uh, this is where, right, if Rondon stays down there, especially GPP guys, even 20 max, if he stays down there, like, look at this, guys. He's currently right now. We got the Astros is the second highest stack there tonight. If they stay down that low, like, I'm gonna consider going there. Um, it's and I'm the same way. I really like single entry three max. I like the Yankee side tonight. Javier's got to prove it to me this year, right? Like, we saw
Yep.
him just fall off so much last year. Um, and when you get, looking back at our stats, our XR home run for stacks, the Yankees have the second best today. So, and right now their ownership aggregates below 70%. So I really like working that in. Um, that I think that's a great spot there. Um, all right. Well, we saw what the Diamondbacks did last night. Um, this is just we talked about it in our Discord last night. It's going to be, unfortunately, when Colorado plays with that pitching staff, like, you're just going to have to eat the ownership, unfortunately, and right, like, try to
Yeah.
like get the guys right.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the Diamondbacks tonight, I mean, it's Cal Quantrill. He's now a Rocky, and not a whole lot's changed. So I think you got to fire him up and just get different somewhere else. Like we were talking about, you could play a Diamondback stack, just throw Rodon in there. I mean, that you're going to be different from everyone in your contest.
What do you think about going with a to get different there against Merrill? Even though I like him tonight, I just hate his price at DK. $9,400 is all. But that K rate of that Rockies team is there. I could see Merrill also, getting 10 Ks tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I kind of think I don't know. I think he's not really worth his price, but with the pitching on this slate, it kind of evens it out because I mean you're paying more than that for George Kirby, which has a lower K rate than him. So it's kind of hit or miss. I think you could play Kelly, or I think you could even stack a couple bats against him. I wouldn't go full Rocky stack, but someone like Nolan Jones, I really like him.
Yeah, give me the lefty bats. Give me like Ryan
Yep.
McMahon, right? Give me Nolan, right?
Yep.
At their price. McMahon's only what's he, 4,100? Yeah, he's only 4,100. Give me the couple lefty bats out of there. And I wouldn't mind going against them that way either.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're looking at, probably like we talked about, the A's games getting rained down. If for some reason the skies part, God parts the skies, there's no rain, fire up Logan Allen. I wrote him up just so he's there. But again, we're just count on probably not being able to. I'm not going to touch that game, unfortunately, because I really don't think it plays today.
Yep.
So I love me some George Kirby this season. I think Kirby's going to take a step forward. Um, this right, this Red Sox team can also K. This is actually a big test for me. But again, Kirby's price for me just is playing him on a single entry. I just can't go there. But I love Kirby. And I actually like Pavetta on the other side tonight.
Yeah, I like Kirby too. You're paying a premium for him, but the Red Sox, they have, what is it, the fifth the fifth highest strikeout rate on the slate, and they also have the second lowest walk rate.
Yeah, it's oh man, they pinch hit for him. Dang it, they pinch hit for Jared, of course.
Oh man,
I have to keep that in mind. I wanted his we bet his over K props, but I was afraid they might do that with Duvall. So I think that's going to happen with him a lot this season.
yeah, I think it
Um,
will too.
I mean, Seattle, I think, is going to end up coming in a lot higher owned than they are right now. Right, looking at the ownership projections, they're not quite there yet, but I think they get. I think they move up a little bit here as we get closer to game time, especially as more people start to see that they can't, play out that other side. Um, you know, uh, hard to know. I actually kind of like Polanco tonight.
Yeah,
Um, he's got a decent, but I think Pavetta makes a huge step forward. I think Pavetta could turn into like a pretty dominant pitcher this year. So I like him. Um, I'll give you guys my favorite pitcher of the slate tonight for his price. I'm going with the Kyle Harrison, and here's why. One of our members said it in Discord earlier. Everybody watched him in spring training. He was working on stuff. He wasn't canning a ton of people. He's obviously way better versus righty bats than versus lefty bats. But it's a they got a lot of righty bats in that Padres lineup, and I think everybody's going to go against him. Now, I also like stacking them. If I don't throw Kyle, I'm definitely stacking them, but I think you're going to be able to get really different there. You get a $7,800 Harrison, and I think you can get really unique.
yeah, I like that. Like you said, they're good bats for the most part are right-handed, which really helps Harrison too. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. What do you think of Musgrove tonight? You got the cojones to throw Big Joe.
I actually, at first look, I was like, I'm not playing Musgrove, but after kind of digging into it, I really don't mind him. I think he looks pretty solid against his team until they show us something.
Yeah, it's the lefty bats I like there, right? So if you're gonna
Yep.
go there, right? They already got him priced up, which sucks to start, but they got Lee already at $4,500. But the price, I like Yaz at $3,600 for some leverage in that game. I like Conforto 3,700, but give me the lefty bats, in that lineup. And if I'm going Padres, I love Tatis tonight. I just think Tatis is going to give Acuna a run for his money this year if he stays healthy.
Yeah, I like that for sure.
All right, well, walk me through the Cardinals-Dodgers game for you, right? Everybody wants the Dodgers. They're already priced through the roof. Walk me through what you think of that Dodgers-Cardinals game.
I want to get as many Dodgers as I can. I mean, I know it's difficult. You got Betts is 6,500, Otani's 6,300. Any way you can fit them, even if you play them as a mini stack, I think it helps. People aren't going to play him just because of that. People want to play Kirby. People want to play Kelly, and uh, getting to like you mentioned Harrison. You could play Harrison and another cheaper pitcher and stack the Dodgers. I mean, you never know. As far as Cardinals bats, I don't really have much interest. I know I went there some last year, and they always disappointed me. So until they show me something, I'm probably going to stay away.
We don't get them right. Like, I'll just say it. Like,
No, no,
we swagging. Like, last season, we'll talk about it, right? Like, while we had a great season, man, those guys, if we stacked them that day, nothing. The day we don't stack them, we get smoked. Like, that was just one of those, we don't get them right. And I like Bobby Miller, right? Another one. I think he, as he gets more experience, he steps up. On that side, Chris Taylor's going to get the ownership for the Dodgers, right? He's $3,100 tonight. You get, going against Zach Thompson, right? At that price, he's just going to get all the love. But I'm going to go back to Muncy tonight, most likely, right? Even though it's lefty on lefty, give me a little max, right? I'm probably going to pay up for Will Smith at catcher. I'm going to try to figure out how to get at least 4 of them. And Harrison helps get me there.
yeah,
So, I really like, getting him there. And another reason I like Pavetta, right? Pavetta's at $8,100. That's where we talked about it at the beginning, right? I don't know if I got the stones in a single entry to throw Martin Perez, but that's how you win. That's how you really win, right? You win when you make a stack that no one else is willing to make. So, Yep. Hey, totally agree, Tower. They're one of my favorite stacks of the day. I really like I really like the Rays tonight. And that's some other options, right? With the Rays price, if you get some of those guys in there, right? A $3,800 series, a $3,800 low, then you can start looking at some more of those Dodgers bats and really getting them in there. We're just going to have to figure out how to play them this season. I don't see, I think Freddie's going to be $6,000 soon. And I think Muncy and Hernandez are going to be over $5,000. I think it's just they're going to make it so you can only play 2 or 3 at the most today.
It's going to be similar to last year when the Braves were at their peak and we were playing relief pitchers just to fit the batters in. I mean, it was almost impossible.
Trevor Richards, baby. Trevor Richards. I got Richards in, a few times pretty cheap.
I remember that.
That helped me get some of those bats. So, hey, for those listening that are new, let's talk about our styles a little bit, right? Break down kind of what you're looking for, how you like to play, kind of, give them the 10,000 foot view for those who are getting to know you, Smitty.
For me, I like to play 20 max, 150 max. I sprinkle in single entries, but I wouldn't say that's not what I'm best at. But I prefer MME, and basically what I like to do is leverage the field. If I know, say, Merrill Kelly's going to be chalk, then I'm willing to play a little rocky stack and pair it with even a chalkier big stack like the Diamondbacks, and just finding ways to leverage the field I think is important to me.
Nice. Yeah. So I'm on the other side. I'm a single entry 3 max player. I tend to throw my single entry in, a couple of the big contests tonight, just because, right. I literally last year, I didn't, one of the slates I took down, I didn't throw it in the big thing, and I left $100K on the table. So I just play it now because you only need to hit, you only got to hit one of those. Yeah. So, right, to pay for it. But so as you guys are talking to us, reading up, that's where I think Smitty and I mesh real well, because Sam, I've talked about it. I've tried to go up to 150 and I suck at it. I'm just not good at it. I tend to not get it right. I'm really good, and here's why. I'm willing to leverage a single entry 3 max. I'm willing to be really, really weird. So when they go there, like last season, one of my captain lineups for a showdown, was the Dodgers Reds Sunday night, and I had Bellinger at captain. I remember it because he got that stolen base at the end that got me there, and everybody's like, "What are you doing? Why are you like what? What are you what are you getting there?" And you got to be willing to bring that back. Also in single entry, I'm willing to go a little less big stacks. I don't have to have a 5 on a single entry. I'm willing to go more, 3-3-3, and I'm also willing to go like a 4-2 and then pick some singles up. It's looking at opportunity and variable there. So it's there. And then, it wouldn't be our show if we didn't talk about our moonshots for the day. So who do we got, Smitty?
My moonshot of the day is Cal Raleigh.
All right.
I know we like Pavetta, but I like some of the bats against him too, primarily lefties. Pavetta's given up a 284 ISO to left-handed hitters since last season, and Cal Raleigh crushes the curveball.
He does. I get why you like him there. So it's I'm interested to see what he do. This is a good matchup for him. And then if using our odds board today, this is one of the best values on the board for a moonshot. Jose Siri of Tampa plus 600. We're going to make it official. But as you start breaking this down on what we imply the value at, this is really, really good. I like Siri today, in that matchup. And we know what Mr. Barrios can do. So he can throw one right there, right down the old middle at 91 miles an hour for someone to hit. We've watched him do it tons of times. So it's good. And we appreciate everybody turning in. We're going to try to do these 15, 20 minutes. We're going to try to do them during the week. We'll make no promises for the weekends. If we're both around, we'll probably jump on and do one here or there for you, but we'll try to have these on during the week. And Let's go have a good night.